Hey loves, how you guys doing out there? I hope you guys are doing great. So today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful off-shoulder puff sleeve with basque effect. Alright guys, let's go. Enjoy the tutorial. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do an off-shoulder basque blouse. Okay, so now I'll start by minusing because it's an off shoulder, I'll minus 5 inches here. 5 minus 5 inches, that's as my starting point. So my shoulder to my bust point is 11.5, which is here. From my shoulder to my underbust is 15 inches. From my shoulder to my half length is 19 inches. Okay, from that my 19 inches, that's my basque line, that is the length of that my basque line. I'm going to add 6 inches for my front bodies, my front. I'll extend these lines. Okay, at this my starting point, which is my off shoulder region, the measurement for this my chest off shoulder region is 12 inches. How I got the 12 inches? Just measure your bra line, that is your bra length to the other, from one bra to the other in the front. My own is 12 inches, so I divide that 12 inches into 2, which is 6 inches. So now from this 6 inches, remember we minus 5, right? And my armhole line is 8 inches, right? Which is here, 8 inches here. So I'll place my 5 inches like this. Then I'll mark at my 8 inches line this way, which is my armhole line. This, like this. This is where I will determine my armhole curve. Okay, but before that, I'll take my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 8 inches. Okay, sorry, let me indicate. This is my bust point. This is my under bust. And this is my half length. Okay, at my bust point here, my nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches divided by 2 is 4 inches. I'll add half inch allowance for sewing allowance, which is here, 4.5. It's my under bust. I'll mark my 4.5. Also, I'll mark it down. That's my nipple to nipple measurement. I'll mark it down. My half length, I'll do the same, 4.5. So now I'll join the lines. Up to here. Okay. At my under bust here, if your bust is below 40 inches, you can mark half inches, but the bust I'm using here is 42 inches. I'm going to mark 1.5 inches to achieve a better curve at that bust area. So I'll mark 1.5 this side. I'll mark 1 inches this side, and this half length too, I'll mark 1.5 inches here. I'll mark 1 inches here. Okay. So at this my chest line, that is from my off shoulder line, I minus half. I minus 1 inches here in order to achieve a perfect bust tightening, and also 1 inches here. Okay. So now I will now draw a line. I will now join these lines here. So I'll cut these lines to meet this my bust point. This way. You can use your curve ruler. Okay. I'll also draw a straight line to meet this place. So now at this place now, I'm going to draw a line from this my off shoulder line to meet here, to meet my bust point. This way. Okay, you can see our bust point coming out beautifully. You can see our bust curve coming out. The shape is coming out beautifully at this point. So now I'll now take my vertical measurement. So my bust is 42 inches divided by 4. My bust is 42 inches divided by 4 will give me 11.5 inches. 11.5 inches here, plus I'll add this 1 inches I minus here, plus 2 inches, plus another extra 2 inches for sewing allowance. Okay, I'll mark the same thing here. I'll extend this line to here. Okay, so my under bust is 35 inches divided by 4 is 8.8 inches. 8.8 inches here, plus this 1.5 inches, plus 1 inches I minus from here, which is this plus this is 2.5. 2.5 here, plus extra 2-inch sewing allowance, which is here. Okay, so my waist, which is my half length, my waist or half length is 36. My waist or half length is 36 inches divided by 4, which is 9 inches. Okay, 9 inches here, plus 2.5 inches, which I minus here. These two places 2.5 inches. I'll add it here, plus extra 2 inches sewing allowance. Okay, so now I'll join these lines. Okay, so at this place now, I want it to have a sweetheart effect at my front bodice. I'll come down by 2 inches. 2 inches here. 2 inches here. I'll now join it to meet this to meet, I will now curve it to meet this my armhole line. So now, okay, now to curve my, to achieve my armhole curve, okay, already we have indicated our vertical measurement. These 2 inches that I minused here, I'll add it here from this initial armhole line curve. I'll mark it here in order to curve my, because after cutting this, after cutting out this thing, this chest line will shorten. So that's why I added the 2 inches here. So I'll now make the 2 inches to meet this place. I'll now curve it to meet here, where I've indicated my final measurement for this armhole. Okay, now I'll cut it out. Oh, before cutting it out, you know, this is our bash line. This is the bash. Our bash line. Because we have, from this half length, I'll now draw a line, a line to meet here. This is the bash line. So I'll cut this out now. So at this place, I'll extend these lines, and then I'll cut it out. So at this place, I'll give this a notch to indicate it's my bust point. Okay, this is the front bodice. Okay guys, for my back bodice, I'll mark out my 2 inches for zipper allowance. So I'll place my front bodice this way on it. I'll make sure this bust, my front bodice, I'll cover the bust region this way. Then I'll trace it to stop at my zipper allowance this way. Just make sure it covers your bust openings. Place it this way. I believe you can see it clearly. Okay, cover it this way. Then I'll now I'll trace out this my bash here. I'll trace it out this way. Okay, then I've traced it out and removed this my front bodice. I've traced it out now. Okay, My nipple to nipple, I'll just take it from anywhere, is 4.5, right? I'll use my ruler to draw my line starting from here, meet here, to come down to this Basque area. Okay, remember we minus 5 inches, 5 inches for the off shoulder. You know, my neckline at my neckline for this back, I want it's not going to be princess now, because normally this princess is at the front. So I want my back neck line cutting to be kind of V at the back, this way. I'll now mark from my 5 inches. I'll come down by 1 inches to give it a kind of V that will meet here, and that will meet this place. Okay, now I'll cut out my back bodice. Okay. I'll open my back this way. My back dart. This line is for my back dart. I'll not cut it to the end. I'll stop at some point this way. So I'll open my zipper allowance. Before that, I'll give it a notch at the down part here. I'm opening my zipper allowance. So now I'll cut out my lining, add my interfacing on my lining. I'll cut it out, and you know this blouse is with a bra cup, but you can add your wording if you want. I'm going to add my bra cup after adding my interfacing at my lining. I will do that and come back